All right, greetings, PC. Happy holy day. All right, first I rise, we give all perfect praise due to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds, the boundless universes, forever rising, praising Allah, and giving high honors to his heavenly host, Mikael Salatu Salam, Jibreel Salatu Salam, all the angels uh, that sit upon his courteous throne. I'd like to give high honors to his holy and divine prophets from A to Z, to name a few: Ali, Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All right, peace be upon him. And this is another session. Thank you and welcome for attending our Philadelphia Interfaith course. This is magistrate and subject course session we're having a video affidavit today. And I am the magistrate, Matthew Ill. And we are here once again on this so-called July 4th, 2025 CE. On a holy day, Jumu'ah, Holy Day Friday. And I'd like to give honors is due to all of you. And I'd like to get started from Islam. I like to, take a small reading from the Holy Quran of Mecca here in Surah, the second Surah of Baqarah. Right? And Baqarah is the second book, the largest book in the Holy Quran of Mecca. And we're just getting a little reading to open up the way, the path. Right? It says in Baqarah, and the children of Israel, how many times that we have chosen? And whosoever shall change the greatest it shall have come to him, verily God will be severe in punishing him. Ordained for those who believe not, and they laugh the faithful to scorn. But they who fear God shall be above them on the day of resurrection. For God is bountiful unto whom without measure. Mankind was one faith, and God sent prophets, bearing good tidings and denouncing threats, and sent down with them the scripture and truth, that it may judge between men of that concerning which they disregard, and that which they disagree. Right? So that it may judge between men of that concerning which they disagree. And none disagree concerning it. Out of envy among themselves. Right? And God directed those who believe to that truth concerning which they disagree by his will. For God directed whom he pleases into the right way. Do you think that you should enter paradise when as yet no such thing has happened unto you as has happened unto those who have been before you? Right? We'll stop there. And that is Allah speaking through his prophet and saying that we should be mindful and remember that there are people greater and more favored than some of us have been in experience. And that Allah will upon them who is right at the day of judgment. So we shouldn't harm our brother and judge each other and our sister when we're striving to do the right thing. That's our reading from the Holy Quran to Mecca, the Sales translation. And this is our international interfaith course. Just so you know, this is our alternative family course that started in 2013. And this is our video affidavit for parishioner and member of Sister Noel Price-El, and I'd like to bring her to the stage. Peace and love, Father, Sister Noel there.
Can you hear me? Islam, I can't hear you. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Let me see. Hold on.
I hear you. I hear you now.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, more clear. Yes,
All right. So you had heard me before, but not clearer?
correct. It wasn't this clear. No.
Okay, my apologies. It was because of the earphones. And yeah, welcome to our interfaith court session. I read something from the Holy Quran, Baqarah, and verse 30. That's the second chapter in the Holy Quran. And Baqarah is all about women and children and families and whatnot, if you don't know. And so I read a reading there on Ayat 130 through 140, and I'm speaking about uh, people being previously warned and those who of us who our working righteousness, and you know we have disagreements, we should keep working that righteousness, yet let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discover on the tell us on the day of judgment who was right and wrong, especially if we're doing the right thing, and now we're judging each other and we're on the path. So that's my synopsis of it. You go should encourage to go back and reading. I always give a reading. Thank you and welcome to our chaplain's court. This is our Moorish magistrate and subject session that we do for when Muslims. Are you Muslim, by the way, right? I saw you at the temple.
I am a Muslim, so I wanted to add
Yes.
to my own obedience. What surah is that? You gave the ayat 130 to 140. Baqarah is what 26. What?
Baqarah is the second book I spoke of, and I said that it was the largest book in the Quran. So it's right after the Fatiha and the second book.
Yes,
Second,
I'm a Muslim. I'm in
yeah.
full.
So I always give readings. I can't hear you.
I say yes, I am a Muslim. I'm in full submission and obedience to Allah, the Creator. That's why you read the words of Allah, and I wanted to go back and reflect, and I wrote it down in my notes as well. That's what Muslims do. I say, I am a Muslim.
That's right. Yes, and I'm just making sure because this is for the record that I don't want to make assumptions, and these are for your own proclamation's sake. So yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for that. Now, I knew the answer, but yes, thank you for that. And for your name, for the record, Sister Noel Price-El, Empress, we call you. Thank you for coming on. Now, I haven't seen you in a while, but I had, seen you even more recently, maybe a month ago. And I didn't realize that, things were going on. So I wanted to find out now, this is your video affidavit intake that may be used by yourself for many purposes, as you may think. We do video affidavits for folks' criminal cases, child support, child custody, and not only do we chop it up and help them, but a lot of creative folks, they have all kinds of things they do with their video affidavits. So I'll just give you a hint like that. And so thank you for attending and working out your sums. Give us a little snapshot of what's going on and what led you to come in.
Um. Well, currently there's protection from abuse filed against me. What led me to you all is no attorney or legal aid. Well, I'm gonna say a private attorney, but no subsidized legal aid or most women against abuse or anyone against abuse or entities desire to assist the defendant
Can
in a
you hear
case
me?
where, can you hear me? I'm gonna turn this Bluetooth off.
Yes. Turn it up louder a little bit, maybe. All right, go
Can
ahead.
you hear me now?
Oh, yes, much clearer.
All right. That's what we're working. Okay, so I was led to you all because I was seeking legal aid. There's a protection from abuse filed against me. The protection from abuse against my three children, Noel, Yahya, and Gnosis, as well as their father, Zacomo or Z Lynch ill. I was led to you all because no one offered assistance besides a public attorney when the PFA is filed against you. So I
Wow.
was offered a lot of assistance with you all due to the nature of the case. But a PFA was filed against me. I'm not able to breathe on my children. I can't contact them directly, indirectly through third party or through relatives. I'm unable to go to the Temple 11, our holy place, because they would fit in that category and I would be violating the PFA, which would cause me to be arrested. I missed my youngest, her 5th birthday, because it fell within the order of time. My oldest, she's going to 7th grade. I'm not sure where, and I'm not able to find out because I'm not able to contact them at all. Wasn't able to drop off gifts for their birthday or clothing for the children. Before the PFA, there was a DHS complaint filed against me. Everyone spoke to DHS spoke to the children, including going to the 4-year-old's daycare to speak with her. She just happened to not be there that day. Spoke to the other 2 children, the oldest, who's 12, and the one in the middle, my son Yahya, who's 8. So when DHS finally contacted me to speak with me over the phone and then to meet me in person, I filled out paperwork with them. They actually gave me some resources as well for myself and the children, and I wasn't really made aware of it still being an open case or anything like that. Key thing, one of the last thing that was mentioned to me from the DHS worker is that it appears as though Z is insecure about my homosexuality. Uh, she mentioned this. I never spoke. She mentioned this.
Now,
One
who's
of the
they?
Z is the person the children's father. He's my husband. We've been separated, but we're still married on paper. We never been divorced. We've been separated twice, and we're currently separated and have been. Clearly, I'm queer, but it spiraled from he receives the children on the weekend to be able to be a father and spend time with his children. Normally Friday to Sunday. We've gotten to a point where we're not able to communicate with each other healthy. So there was even a point where we didn't have to contact each other and the children could be dropped off at school. I went to pick the children up late at a point in time. I wasn't able to get them after that Friday. He was telling me that he's going to take them to school. I went to pick the children up from school. He got them early. Went to pick them up from school. Noel and Yaya, the oldest, in elementary school. When they came to me, because I went and got him early dismissal, tried to be 2 steps ahead of him. My daughter approached me and said, "Daddy's supposed to pick us up." So the school front desk heard her. So they asked her, did she feel safe going with me? She said no. They asked my son, he said no. They had to call the principal. The principal took us to a private area. He asked them again. They both said that he didn't feel safe with me. Now they felt safe with me the Friday that they left to go with their father. And now this is Tuesday, and I'm trying to sneak and get them from school before their father goes before me. And they told the staff of the school twice that they didn't feel safe for me. Anybody who knows the protocol, they cannot leave with me. Further, on that same meeting, even the principal stated, "We know nothing about Dad. We know you since Noel was in kindergarten. She's in 6th grade now. You've been a part of the parent-teacher association, the parent action team. So In the same meeting, paperwork was received from the principal's phone, and he said it was for 3 days. I remember he said that, but he said, yeah, this paperwork says that you're not able to pick them up. So on that day, I was not able to take my children home from school. I did have the baby, but I wasn't able to leave with them. So yeah, that was like, I wasn't able to get them after that, because
How long
after
ago was that, by the way?
it was in May, before school stopped being in session. They out for the summer now. They had like maybe 3 or 4 weeks left in school. But from that point on, I wasn't able to get them. He got the baby because she wanted to spend time with her siblings, and we've had this ongoing, off-going feud with this food stamp card. Um, he like cussed me out about the food stamp card. And I got to the point where I felt like he shouldn't have jurisdiction over what I do with the food stamp card. I mean, I was dropping off food at his request, and I felt like it's not even my responsibility to be feeding them while he's with them. And like, I was like I was working out of town. Like, I was in Delaware, I was in Jersey. So he cussed me out about the food stamp card and not leaving it with him a bunch of times. Like, one time my card was lost and I didn't even have the card. And I mean, he cussed me out about this card that I didn't even have, and like didn't find out until later. So I got to the point where I addressed him and I said, listen, I need you to do whatever, get your finances up. Like, I'm not doing this. I was shopping for food and I said, I'm not doing this no more. However the children are going to eat when they with you, I don't have nothing to do with it. And stop asking me what to do with the food stamp card or the financial assistance that come, the cash. It's in my name, so you don't say what goes down. I don't know. Maybe he took that the wrong way. However he took it, um, I was performing at Girls High School here in Philly. While I was being called on stage, I received a text message from him, and I don't read his messages like in real time. I can't drive and read his messages. I had to like read his messages at a point in time because he's very triggering. And I have like trigger words and stuff, and he'll say things like, F you being triggered, or I don't care about you being triggered, like acknowledging it's not safe right now, but you gonna keep going. So
Let me ask you something. How many children you have with him,
three
and what are their ages?
three children. They're 5, 9, and 12.
Do you have any other children outside of the marriage?
No.
Now, 12, 9, and 5, right? The 12-year-old is a girl, boy,
A girl.
and other two?
It's a boy in the middle, and the youngest is a girl. 2 girls and a boy.
Oh, I got you. Boy is in the middle. And more boys, 9.
Yes.
Okay. So now your husband and y'all were kind of going through it, and is he the one that put the PFA, or
Yeah.
DHS told him to do it?
I'm not for certain. He sent me a
But
text
he's the one that
message.
did that and took you to court.
Yeah, he sent me a text message with the court paper, and it was the next day, and I was late, so they postponed it until August 8th and gave him temporary custody of them. That's why I'm not able to contact them.
Oh, until August 8th coming up. Okay, now I
Correct.
got you. So why did they say that they pushed it back so far?
That was just the next court date.
Open date?
Yes, it was
And
June
just so you
2nd.
know, this is a part of why we at our chaplain's court, at Interfaith Court, why we strive to go so hard since 2013 CE, because we realized that back then in 2010, 2005, that the family courts are so backed up, and the actual, like, all the courts really, they're so backed up that if you want to change your custody order or
Mhm.
modify or deal with the things how like the issues you have,
Hmm.
the summertime will be over by the time you get them.
Correct.
So
So
it's
I was
been I mean not in this case per se. I'm just saying in general when they do that and they push it back 3-4 months, this is just ridiculous.
so it
And so
it I guess you could say it interfered with my housing. We were staying in a family shelter, and I was evicted because I don't have children there. You have to have children to stay there, so it
so
jeopardized
what
my
kind
housing.
of job are you working any like
I'm an
working at
entrepreneur.
trade
I
or
don't
anything?
no, I'm actually seeking trades, but I'm an entrepreneur, and I just been like filling out applications and plugging into different resources and professional services. But just in
So
general, I was doing food deliveries and my my business.
have you sought out arbitration or anybody at the temple that could resolve it prior to the PFA?
I'm not a member of the temple. The most
Oh,
I've done is
he
contact them. He is
he's a member of the temple.
correct. Him and the children. He
When
took
did
them.
you
He took them
were
without
you ever a
telling
member of
me.
the temple he goes to?
Yes, and I revoked the whole family's membership, and he took the children without telling me, and they did not contact me, and they all got renationalized.
Okay, I got you. So he took him back there after you had kind of left that ministry.
Yes.
Now, okay, got you. Now, was there anything related to the children being in danger or anything like that? Is why you pulled them out of that ministry?
Yes.
You didn't like it? They were getting bullied, or what was?
No. It was different things that were not handled a certain way within the administration and the leaders and the ones who were in charge. And I wanted to protect my children, specifically my daughters, from um, some things could have been handled differently, and they weren't. So I decided it was best for our family to not be there to be subjected to that any further.
So is it okay? So it was more things that were not conducive to the healthy membership base, and for you to be there, it didn't feel like a safe space anymore, or
Um, it was very safe just to a certain extent, and I'm doing my best to use discretion and focus on the topic at hand. There were
well,
things
this is
that
the reason I'm asking you this is because it's not really every day that that type of thing happens, and it's
uh,
relative to the children because he's taken them back. So I need to know because you have a PFA and this has been surrounding, you can't even go to that building or wherever to see them if they go, so I'm striving to see because a lot of times ministries, uh, just imagine, let's say like a lot of church folks, for instance, if you go to one ministry as opposed to the others, some of them are so political and so gossipy, you might not fit in. And then it just becomes something where you say, well, I'm gonna go to another ministry because they are on something I'm just not on that. And it don't do my children and myself any good. So I was making sure it's something along that lines instead of something further that we would need to go deeper into it.
it's along the lines of like running your business like you run your household instead of running it like your business. The temple shouldn't be run like your household. So
Yeah, that's good enough.
I
I
don't have
understand.
yes.
So what I wanted to ask you about, okay, so you took them out and he went back there with them. Now, you're doing your entrepreneurialism. Does he work a job or a trade or anything?
He's a contractor and a construction worker, but he also suffers from bipolar disorder. Within his specific condition, it's up and down energies. So at times he can like have to lay down for days and just like need to rest his body. So when he had the energy and he was able to, he's a general contractor and construction worker.
Oh, okay, so when he's up to it, whatever. But as far as since he had the children, has he been going to work every day, or he kind of been just taking care of them, you think?
I'm unaware.
You got a PFA, I understand, is how you're going to find out too much, you know? So, but that is key because a lot of times the custodial parent will keep the children away from the non-custodial parent, but they have their little cousin or Ray Ray or little, Shanae babysitting their child, and you don't even know, the other parent doesn't know it, and it's a neglect in itself.
Well, he
So
said,
if you don't know, that's understandable. So I just was trying to get a snapshot because if it were something like that, oh no, I haven't called, but I didn't talk to his friends. He'd been working doubles at the hospital, and so that would be more of a simple entry point into resolving your situation. So if you don't know, that's fine. I just was, these are all the questions that we need to know to be able to help you and determine certain strategic things that you may be able to do or may want to do or not.
no, I don't.
So okay,
I'm unaware, and I'm not in contact with anybody who's like in contact with him.
I got you. So that's understandable. All right. So in that regard, you've had the food stamp card. Is he complaining where they put extra food stamps on there for the children, and he that's what he wants? Or what did he say about it?
He just wants to have the card so he can get the stuff and
But you were okay with buying it yourself and delivering it or whatever in that sense, or having it delivered.
Yes, I was doing it. I was dropping them off and taking them to get.
Now, are you there? Okay, we're at pause for one moment. And if you just tuned in, this is the Interfaith Court, Philadelphia Interfaith Court video intake session. Noel Price-El, custody case, child custody. And so we are dealing with a child custody case where we are going over the particulars with Sister Noel Price-El, and she'll be back on the line momentarily. Most likely is internet connection. And we're the only alternative family court in the country. We started in 2013, and we operated inside of the largest courthouse in Philadelphia at the time, the Criminal Justice Center. And we do these video affidavits in order to assess the issues you're having with your family court case or even criminal case. And also we do other advocacy for discrimination on the job and all kinds of areas of life activity. And this is a chaplain's court of sorts because you get the chaplain of your choice, like myself, Magi Chaplain Neal, to handle your situation and serve as a magistrate, a judge for your family court cases. And so we've operated in the Criminal Justice Center, and we've gone around the country to train up other ministries that would like to hold their own chaplain's court session, especially the mega churches and the big ministries. They need to be able to have access to the knowledge and resources so that they can keep their business in the private and be able to help their parishioners in a larger sense. We given honors to our family advocate, Dr. Poetica Bay, who actually referred this case and who has served us for the last 5 years as our chief advocate. And we have our Allah's angel advocates as a separate portion of the court, the angel advocates, because as you may know, or if you don't know, we don't do devil's advocates. So we're not doing devil's advocates over here. We're doing angel advocates. And so we're appreciative of Dr. Poetica Bay and her work when founding the Child Rescue Service, CRS, in which we gave her an award in 2018 in South Beach, Miami. And we look forward to her assisting this sister. And if you have others who have needs for family court, make sure that they contact us. They email us at el.chaplain@gmail.com. That's el.chaplain as in Nancy @gmail.com. And we will be just here for you. And I'm adding her back to the stage. On Sister Noel, are you there yet? Okay. Well, we're waiting her to come
My
back in.
device, it said the temperature was too hot.
Oh, you had to walk outside. Yeah.
No.
It's
So
one of those days.
I was sitting still. I'm attempting to go to a shaded area. I was
Yeah.
inside.
Well, you may not have some of the paperwork on you as far as the details of who the judge
I
name and
have
the.
the paperwork. I have the paperwork on me.
Okay, so let me know. Does the children's father have an attorney?
I'm not for certain, but he did send me a text message saying he did. I don't know for certain.
Okay, and did you have an attorney in the situation?
No, I don't. The attorney that I did get success with saying he would assist me, his retainer fee was $3,500
Yeah.
to do it. That's just a retainer fee.
Right, and they don't even guarantee anything with that amount of money. It's
No,
crazy.
no, they don't. Okay,
So,
better.
all right. So now, uh, you're not sure about that aspect. Let me ask you though. Now, since May, and he's had the children, how's your mental health, and how have you been dealing with things? Have you, has it been stressful for you, or it's been a roller coaster up and down? What?
Yeah, yes, it has been both of those. I've been doing everything that I can do to keep myself productive and kind of distract myself from being quote unquote mentally ill from it. Obviously, it was a drastic shift. I've never been without my children since I had the first one. So it's the first time that we've ever been away from each other. Um, I've been keeping myself productive. Like I came up with a music project and I do more dancing and meditating and I'm in solitude. I'm solo, so I'm able to do more self work because I don't got nobody else that I'm responsible for within this time. But it's mentally
Yeah.
challenging. I have ups and downs. I have depressive states. Um, I mean, I didn't expect this, and it's not fun. Um, because over anything, I just want to be able to like come back to my children, like hear their voices, and like I get so many different triggers, but I guess that's them thinking of me as well. Like things that we did when we was together. So mentally, yeah, stressful. It's a roller coaster. I meditate a lot. I do breathing work. I'm strong mentally. I have tools to pretty much work myself out of certain conditions. So it's been a lot of hard work. But yeah,
Now, do you know? Let's see. Is there any fear from you or apprehension, or it's like, is he safe? They're pretty safe with him. He doesn't, like, he ain't no drug, he don't do heroin or nothing. Is it something like that, or is safety an issue with them too?
I feel like safety is an issue because he's immature and You never know what state he's in his bipolarism or his post-traumatic stress disorder or whatever psychoactive meds that he may or may not be taking or weaning himself off of. He's very immature as an adult. So within those realms, I would prefer they be protected from that, or that's not what they're getting.
Okay. Yeah, so just some of the, typical some of the concerns like that. I got you. And so um we are really doing this overview and intake, and it's one of those things that we see a lot when mothers go through this, and we are asking these questions because we want the mothers to soul search as well. We want you to soul search and to meditate, and we will assign the family advocate that you have been talking to. We can assign her to you officially, and we can do some of the therapy and some of the counseling with you, and we can find out more before this court date is coming up, because a lot of times, in a modern sense, mothers have children, and then, of course, any good mom, the children are going to become their life,
For sure.
and the children becomes the person's life, and it's rightfully so. And so what we do is we start to say to the mother, you're living in a modern world. These are things to meditate and ponder on. You're living in a modern world. You're not, let's just say, nobody's stopping you, let's say, from making $1 million or even opening up your own business. We're very progressive in modern culture. So we want them to meditate on it, because if they're having a situation where the children are not striving, or they have a PFA or any kind of time frame where they're having time with the other parent, we just want to remind them and remind you that this may be your time to get all your affairs in order.
Right.
And a lot of times the mothers may be so, let's say, it's different reasons. Let's just say it like that. There's different reasons as mothers feel that way. But the natural inclination is because you're being a good mom. The second inclination, we try to say to mothers, hey, we've been taught as Muslims that man finds himself where he can solve his problems best. Something to that effect. And so we do a lot out of habit, and we always strive to remind the mothers that, listen, we have a habit. We all have a habit of being good parents, if you're a good parent, that is. So you're going to have that habit because it's a good habit to have. However, when it gets dished out that now they're with the other parent and the other parent doesn't live with you, that may be a time to soul search and get yourself together, especially until August, because a lot of times, whether they're Muslim or not, women have control over the children 90% of the time.
Yes.
So we strive to let women know that there's more to life than their children, especially when the children are with their father. See, because as men, we have to endure that we love these children and we take care of these children, and we have to chalk it up and swallow that hard pill that no matter how much we love them, we cannot deny that they're safe with the other parent, right? And you're sitting there as a man going, I don't like her. I don't really think they safe with her. And what's my reason as a guy? Because she got bipolarism, like women don't, right? She got bipolarism, and she be having all kind of ratchet girls around. I guess on Saturdays they be doing shrimp boil. So this is a man's reasoning, right? And we had to teach men over the 20 years to say that's not a good enough reason. You got to work and do it, but you can't say because she's a human and she got a little attitude you don't like, right? And she hang out with a couple people you don't like, right? Now it's all of a sudden now they not safe. No, that so what happens is women are now making money and women are now, doing bigger and better things in life and taking the lead as they should in certain aspects of society. And so with leadership, it comes those types of issues because you're being a leader, you're being a full person now. So we say, listen, you have a habit and you're used to controlling the children. You're used to taking care of them. You're used to telling the husband or the man how you feel and holding everything tight to the breast because women have control. And a lot of mothers, depends on what era of time you're in. Sometimes the only thing you have control over in your whole life is these children. You might not have control over your work, your finances. You might not have control over where certain aspects of your bloodline, and you can't control who you came from. But there's something where you are addicted, sometimes to controlling the children and controlling the family situation. So what comes leadership and more money, you may actually encounter things that men encounter. It's going to happen. We find out as business people because our people have been, we've been stopped from being in business so long. So when we get in business, it's a bigger and better thing. We're being leaders, right, of the community by opening up a business. But we didn't realize that the business people have been dealing with this the whole time. They've been dealing with it. Oh man, how I'm gonna pay this overhead and these employees. So that parental alienation, I guess I would call it, that you might feel is not new, but it's also maybe an opportunity for you to get your sums, work out your sums, and to also we want I want you to meditate on that and everything because it sounds very typical in that sense. And men, we have always had to deal with that. People had to call us up. You still got to pay that child support. Guess what, Sister Noel Price-El? Every brother, they couldn't keep that food stamp card away from the women with that kind of excuse that you have. So imagine me. I don't want to give her the food stamp card. Why not? Because it got my name on it. Right? So men have had to be talked off of a ledge over 25 years, right? We have had to really get our mind around it. Guess what? The food stamp got my name on it. She still got to get the food stamp card. That's a part of being an adult and being at the best interest of the child. Oh, well, that's what we had to do. So women are being challenged by doing things that the men had to do for 50 years. But now that they're making money and they're doing big things and they're the ones that's the boss, you're the boss, or you're going to have to choke it up sometimes. And you can't point to the other person and say he's a bad guy. No, every day, no brother really gets to call his child's mother a bad person because she wants the food stamp card. Imagine that. Imagine a brother, So this is part of it, is what it feels like when you're the non-custodial parent. That's basically all I'm saying. I mean, it comes with the non-custodial parents thing, but it may be an opportunity for you to get your business in order. It may be an opportunity for you to buy a house and, go into cryptocurrency. I mean, the world's your oyster. So we do have to encourage mothers that if you are progressive enough to be a businesswoman, right? You're progressive enough that you have your own ideas and your husband he could tell you what to do, but not really, right? You're progressive enough to keep your money and make money and hustle and open up a shop, right? So you have to allow the other aspects of yourself to be progressive too. Or else we just become imbalanced. So you can be progressive enough to allow those children to stay with their father without having a meltdown. Okay. Imagine the meltdown that the good men are having around the galaxy as they've worked hard to take care of children and women, just to have a woman divorce them, and then they still got to get a food stamp card. They still got to pay every day. They got they got to bottle that up because that comes with leadership. So these are new things to the sisters because y'all are rising to power. And so y'all have to know that's what comes to rising to power. This what comes with being independent and being boss. You got to know that when that child is with the dad, they say, he got bipolar. Oh, he's up and down. Welcome to the world. You imagine the brothers that got baby moms or children's mother that they all over the place. Nobody gets to judge. They got to go, I listen, but I don't judge. Ain't that something? So the sisters have to embrace that. You have to say, oh, wow, I don't have my children. This might not be the exact answer for you, but these are things to ponder. I don't have my children. Wow, maybe this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying in the Holy Quran, the Moorish Science Temple, that from the Moorish perspective, man finds his way, and woman too, finds his self in the place that he can solve his problems best. Right? So the universe and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows better. It says that man plans a plan and Allah plans a plan, yet Allah is the best of planners. So that hopefully can help a little bit for you as you approach August and get ready for your case. But the emotional aspect, we are going to meditate for you and pray for you and maybe even do some therapy sessions with you. But I would ask you to consider meditating on that and releasing a lot of that stress and up and down energy. You shouldn't beat yourself up. You are doing you've been doing great under these circumstances. You should not have any guilt towards yourself, but also you should not really want to focus too much energy up and down, especially since you can't get to the bottom of it with the PFA. You really can't find out either way. It's just too much up in the air. Like, that's a lot to deal with. So it may be good to chalk it up, especially since it's not like they got a 2-year automatic child custody order. This is something that could be resolved very easily in August.
That's right.
Yeah. So this gives you a mini time to go get millions of dollars. You got to get that paper. You got to do it up now. Okay. This your vacation. No. See, what happens is we're striving to get the women to stick to one storyline instead of being all over the place. The same sisters are saying, man, I'm working so hard. I need a vacation. So then the dad, then the father, who's a good father, right? Only thing they can say about him, he attitude, or he got bipolar sometimes. Oh, okay. Right. He ain't no felon. He don't do murders. You know what I'm saying? He don't listen to Uzi Vert. So the only thing you say about him is this, but you're not going, Ya Allah, you have freed me up. You're addicted to being the mom. That's a good thing, but it comes with negative addictive qualities too. Because women are addicted to holding all the power with the kids and making the man do whatever. And I got these kids. And like I said, it's a very tempting thing because a lot of times that might be the only power you have, or so you think. So a lot of women, the only thing that they control in their life is so they think anyway. It's, I got these kids. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do with these kids. And the whole ghetto's falling apart because women want to keep hold of these kids. But they with their dad, though. But they dad. You know how heartbreaking it is for men? I'm talking about great men, not no thugs. That have to actually not see their child but once every 4 days out of 30. But they had to mature and grow up.
I never withheld the children from him, and I always gave him like that. Like I can never be their father, so like
you have that perspective.
So when he's able to actually have the children, I just had them more than him, but I never like had that notion as far as like attempting to keep them from their father. Like that's all they pretty much knew. It's only one father, you know what I'm saying? I always had hope for him as far as a parent because he's a hero to them. I know how they look at daddy, and they ask for daddy when they didn't get to spend time with him because he didn't feel well, or he would
Ah,
say like, I'm just not able to. So I was never that mom. Like, he would change his mind. He would say don't bring him, and then he would change his mind, and I'm like, you sure? I always had hope for him being a father, and I can't be daddy. I cannot. As long as
well,
daddy's
honest to
living,
you.
he can
Let
be
me tell
daddy.
you, honest to you for that. Just that alone, I give
I've
you
never
honors
been that
because
girl.
thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Gratitude
Sincerely.
on behalf of all the good men out there.
That's how they're with him, because I had hope and I didn't want to feel like he was using the children as pawns. Like, they wanted to see each other.
So I have more questions. However, that is my overall judgment here today.
Okay.
We're going to assign you an angel advocate. Like we said, we don't do devil's advocates.
Okay.
So we only do Allah's angel advocates over here. We do angel
Okay.
advocates. So the angel advocate, Dr. Poetica Bay, who you has already been your advocate, we're going to make her officially your advocate today. And she's done wonderful over the years with family advocacy and even child rescue service. She invented that whole department and is a very powerful thing. And I
Wow.
watched her do some amazing things for mothers with CRS, with the child rescue service portion. And so, but as far as between now and August, I'm the magistrate. I'm going to just tell you from on high, this is your opportunity. This is it. You might
Okay.
not get another opportunity like this until the last one turn 18.
I agree. I
Right.
agree with
So
you.
we're trying to tell these mothers, no, send them with their dads. Y'all stubborn. Now, listen, the universe done made it that way for you, and you still want to fight Allah.
No, I don't want to fight Allah. It's the way, it's the condition in which it was made.
You know
I,
why, though? Let me tell you something. Every time I don't do, I
so
don't mean to interrupt, but let me tell you
I'm
something.
listening.
Every time I don't do what Allah wants me to do, then He's going to cook up something. The
He's
universe is going to
cooking
cook
me.
it up, and it ain't going to be, oh, it's not going to be the way I want it to.
You said Allah
Mm-mm.
cooking me right now? Allah cooking me?
I'm saying that. You so much, and I'm gonna let them stay with you for 2 months. I need a break anyway. But if you didn't take that on your own,
Mm-hmm.
then I gotta do it. He gotta
Ashe.
put it in the way, and then you're not going to necessarily enjoy every aspect of it when He do it, when He make you do it. So there's some aspects of it that you're not going to like because when Allah gave you the sign 6 months ago, because maybe y'all were not living together then you didn't progressively. See, we need the sisters and the mothers to be progressive, meaning they can act before there's a crisis.
Ashe.
Yeah. Because we as men, we had to learn that. I have to do, you know how much stuff that I do for my children before there's a crisis? So then it makes me look better, but whatever. It's just, as men, we had to learn that either you're going to do things progressively or you always be a little boy in a big man's body.
Oh.
So women have never had to be this responsible or this powerful. So now that y'all are powerful and getting money and y'all nobody can stop you, send them with their dad. Oh, but you got to get off the addiction of control. I just want to control it. Guess what? A man plans a plan, woman plans a plan, and Allah plans a plan, and surely Allah is the best of planners. But He gave you a good enough husband where them children love him, and he's a Moorish American, Muslim,
Islam.
Islam. You can't ask for no better thing than that. So this may be your time. I'm ruling here to meditate, to get your weight up, get your money, live free, not have a care in the world. You see,
Yes.
release the stress, right? And be ready in
Yes.
August to get your children back or whatever.
Islam.
Islam. You guys to just give it up. Just it's like let go and let God. That's what they like the Christians say. The Christians got all the best cliches. They just
Okay.
don't know what the hell they mean.
So when you said the instructions, making sure to find himself where he could solve his problems best. So that's how I came up with this song that I had, Find Herself. Uh, so it's beautiful that you stated that, and it was at like a breaking point.
Well, I am so pleased to do this, praise Allah, and I was happy to be the first magistrate, I always say, for our magistrate and subject court out of the temple because, I went through it all, and I've been well-tempered, you see, and I've been through it all. So one of the people at the court told me that when we was downtown in the criminal justice center, when we used to do we used to do these trials on room 304, and they said, Marty, I'm happy that you are the judge. And I said, okay, why you say that? He said, because man, you're just like us. You've been through all the bull crap, and now you're on the bench, so you can really tell us what's up. I said, wow, that's so deep. That's so
Yes.
deep. I said, yes, I can tell you it really, really, really was good. And really what's good for you is that you can make this money, live free and clear for 2 months, knowing that them children is with their total competent Moorish American Muslim father that they love and that he loves them back.
That's
And
right.
that you could be ready with Dr. Poetica Bay so that way we can probably contact their temple and get him to take this whole case out the temple because that temple number 11 sent people to our court before a few times. When we were in the criminal justice center, the Grand Sheik, Azim Hawkins Bey, and all them, they sent court cases to us for family court because they was not doing that job, as we know. And yet they weren't, even seeking to do that because of the style of how they operate their ministry. So instead of me complaining about how they operate their ministry and the limitations and all that, I decided I'm gonna open up my own court. It's gonna be in accord with the temple. I'm chartered by all the temples and just move along the board and they can catch up when they catch up and they can cut the mustard. And so, but that's a part of my strategy. I say that we write a letter and I'm gonna write a letter to the temple and that way see if by August we can have them retracted so that we can arbitrate this case on our own.
All right.
Look, this is how the old head Moors look.
Appreciate that sincerely. And thank you for the angel advocate as well, Dr. Poetica, and high honors to her for her diligence and just the assistance. Like I said, I was pretty much getting no's, no, and the sister was like, I can help you. So honors to the angel advocate. I got my angel wings, so it's all in alignment. And great.
Yes, thank you for that, and we appreciate that, and thank you for your flexible spirit and attitude. Because, like I said, I saw your family. I love your family. I love all of y'all. Y'all look so good together. So I just got to keep it extra funky with you, so to speak, because it's just one of those things. Beautiful people sometimes don't get along, but we gotta be willing to just do like the old grandmoms, drop them off the grandmoms for a couple months, come on back and get them. But when my mom dropped me off my grandmom, she gave that food stamp card up. She ain't trying to say, hold up, I got my name on it.
Right.
So
For sure.
so they with their daddy. I hope I hear you with your new music. I heard some of your music. I really like it. I should be seeing you at an open mic once every Thursday. I should see you just in New York, and I should see you talking about something. You going to Texas with Sunshine Moni Ill. That's one of our sister friend rapper and all that. I expect to see you talking about some. Yo, I'm in Cali for 3 days. I got no kids.
Okay.
No kids.
So they not kids, they children. Unless I'm the goat.
I got no children.
Unless I'm the goat.
Kids with me. So I expect you. I said that on purpose just to add the ratchetry, because that's how I want you to see. I want you to be there, like almost there.
Right.
I want you to be so much that you on the beach that you like, hey.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I meant by that.
Yeah.
So this concludes that session of our intake for the video affidavit. I'm so happy that you had your paperwork with you. I'll look forward to doing another another session of this, so I can get those names of the all the court officers and everything on record, and talk about that specifically, so that we can contact the judge's secretary and different things like that. We'll talk about offline, and so we're going to do some reaching out to them, and then go from there. So I thank you for your ear and your heart, and honors, high honors to Dr. Poetic Bay. Honors to all the other court officers, the new chaplain, Judy Pinkney-Ill, and all the other chaplains here at our Interfaith Court. And praise Allah, high honors to his holy and divine prophets. It's the Holy Day Friday. Islam.
Islam. Gratitude. Peace and love.
Peace and love.